Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. Before you go, I'd really love if you guys would drop me a subscribe, like this video, share this video. It's free for you and it really helps me out as I'm just getting started. Also, make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notified when I upload new videos. We're on an upload schedule now. We're going to be uploading twice a week, Wednesday and Saturday. I got a bunch of great content I want to bring to you guys. But first, we're going to look at the packaging of this guy. And today we're looking at the Toho Ultimates Super 7 Heat Ray Godzilla. This is the exclusive version. We'll take a look at the packaging here. The nice kanji symbol there. It says Heat Ray Godzilla 1989. It's got this stamped detail on the packaging. Gives it a textured feel, which is really nice. I love the color on this. The gradient blue fading into the black is nice. Back it says Godzilla versus Biollante. All that looks good. No texture there on the back, just kind of on the front side of it here. So that looks really good. The Ultimates logo on top. Godzilla Super 7 14 plus. Nothing really on the bottom, just barcodes, words, choking hazard, but and may contain small parts. So then we slide the slip cover off here and we get a look at our Godzilla. Slow, unnecessarily dramatic pull there. Turn that light off here so we get rid of a little bit of the glare. There you got a good window package view. I love the electric detail here, the tearing effect that we got on the packaging. I love these Super 7 packages. I think they look really nice. You got the glow in the dark heat ray effect there. See a little bit of the alt head. Good view of Godzilla. The alternate hands he comes with here. Looks like 2 sets of them. So that looks nice. See a little bit of the tail back there in the background. So this guy looks great. Heisei, some of my favorite era Godzilla. I can't wait to get this guy out and check him out. Let's go. And here we have the big G-Man himself opened up and out of the packaging. We'll take a quick look at the details here. Paint on the mouth looks good. Nice shade of red. Paint on the teeth is pretty good. You got a little bit of globbing there on one fang. Line looks nice and clean though. Eyes look good. The orange, a little bit of brown, white for the pupil. They're a little off. Looks like this guy could have came in a little bit more, but they're not bad. Hopefully it's something they get dialed in for newer releases. This is the first guy from this line that I'm actually taking a look at, so hopefully that's something that they fixed, and if not yet, hopefully they do soon. Good sculpted detail here on the neck, chest. Transitions through to the skin. Good detail all down the skin. Paint on the plates start there at the base of the head. Run down. Got the glow in the dark spines here. Highlighted in this nice shade of blue. That looks good. Details all down the tail. Paint carries all the way through the tail. Got all the plates painted all the way to the tip there, so that looks nice. Details down the arms. Claws are painted. It looks good. The feet, got all the toenails painted there. That looks nice. Underside of the tail looks good. So tons of sculpted detail. Decent amount of paint work. I had a few plates here that were chipped out of the packaging, but nothing too bad. Just a couple dots here and there. I can probably go back and touch them up. Take another look at that head again. Nose looks nice. Did a good job on the ears as well. But they did a really good job capturing Godzilla's expression there. It looks good. Scooting back out here. And let's take a look at articulation. And getting into articulation here, we'll slide him in just a little bit. Head goes up to about that far, so pretty much just your straight ahead pose. Got a barbell here, ball joint there in the base of the head, ball joint there in the neck. It really only gets you up to there. Looks like it goes about down to there. No real movement here in the neck, just a little bit, most of it coming from the head there. The rotation at the head, rotation at this neck part, a little bit of side to side. And for the arm, shoulder can go up about that far. Rotation there at the shoulder, rotation at the bicep, rotation there at the elbow, and rotation there at the wrist. Single jointed elbow gets you about there, 90, and you get a joint for the wrist there that'll hinge. So you'll flex on them. Get this all situated back down here. And for legs, no real out, just a little bit. Forward to about that far, spinning here so you can see. Forward to about that far. And looks like the leg goes about back to that far. Might be able to push a little bit more. No, that's about it. Rotation at the knee. Single jointed knee. Not really. I know that's hard to see. These joints are tight on this guy. A little bit of forward and back there at the knee joint. A little bit of up and down out of the foot. And you get a rocker there for the ankle. Actually, pretty good ankle pivot for Godzilla figure. Get his shoulder back down here. Waist rotation, no kind of forward and back. I feel like I wish he had a little bit of forward and back, but just a rotation here. Ball joints all through the tail. Pretty standard fare. All these move a little bit, pretty tight. But the way these segments are sculpted, you don't get too much range out of them. You're not going to get any kind of real S pose there or anything. You can kind of throw it to the side and kind of wrap it around him a little bit there if that's what you want to do. Kind of helps save some space behind him too. If you got a smaller shelf, no real, I mean, it'll articulate, but you're not going to get anything super dynamic out of it. It's going to be a pretty standard tail, which is unfortunate because in the Heisei era stuff, like they're known for these longer tails. It's been nice to get a little bit extra out of it, but it is what it is. And that about does it for articulation. Let's take a look at his accessories, see what he comes with. And here we have some of the alt hands that he comes with. You got this little more of a claw shaped hand, grabbing hand, attack pose kind of hand. You got a left and a right, so that's nice. And then you got these fisted hands and a left and a right for those as well. Sculpted detail looks good. All the paint looks clean on here. Get a little bit of shadow. I don't know how well we can see that. Nice little bit of paint work right here. Kind of give it some detail. The base of the nails. So that looks good. And for the hands here, they'll just pop those out. Just on a peg style. Pop in pretty easy. I've already kind of test fitted these. The first time they did not pop out or go back in this easy. So like I said, heat's going to be one of your best friends on this guy. Hair dryer, warm water, whatever you need to use. Pops in right there. And there you have that going. Looks good. And here we have his alternate headpiece with the heat ray effect. Get in tight here. Really good job painting the teeth there. You see a little bit of the red coming through from the tongue. Blue highlight there on the effect piece. Plates are painted nicely. Again, from the base of the head down. Good sculpted detail. Ears look good. Sculpted nose. Eyes look good on this one. Teeth on the other side look good. Again, blue highlight there on the beam effect. I don't know how well it's coming through on the camera, but there's a slight blue hue all the way through here, and then it gets a little darker towards the end of it. So that looks really good. Of course, this is the glow-in-the-dark piece, so it's nice that they went through and added that a little bit of color detail there on it. That looks good. We'll see how that affects the glow-in-the-dark later. But nice. All in all, pretty nice. Let's see if I can get him situated here. We can kind of look at the eyes. It looks like about the same thing. This one seems to be wandering a little bit. It should have been brought in some, but not bad. Pretty much matches the other head sculpt, so got two of the same. This is nothing too crazy. And for the head here, just pop that off. You can see the ball peg there. And let's see how this goes. It's a super tight fit on that one. Well, maybe. Come on. Come on. Nope, gonna have to heat it up. Alright, let's try this again. If this doesn't work, we're gonna duct tape it. Oh, there we go. Alright. Well, now that we got that popped on, fits good now that it's finally on. Beam looks nice. Fits on there nice. Again, wish you could get a little bit more up, but pretty much just going to be shooting at an angle towards the ground. But all in all, looks good. Yeah, let's take a quick look here and see if we can't get this glow effect to show up. And not a bad effect on the glow there. Beam looks good. And the plates look good. So, there you have that. And for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the Studio Series 86 Grimlock and SH Monster Arts Godzilla. So, pretty big boy. And Godzilla looks like he's coming in about 8 1/4. So, fairly tall figure. And final thoughts wise, I mean, what are we going to say here? You know, he's your standard Super 7 quality. Not a ton of paint, but the paint he has, it's applied decently. Good sculpted detail. Articulation is, you know, it's kind of there. It's kind of what you would expect from a Godzilla figure anyways. I mean, you're not going to get Monster Arts articulation out of something like this. He's a bigger figure. He's heavy. Good size, you know, good weight to it. The plastic feels great. The paint looks nice. I mean, for what it is, it's not a bad figure. Is it worth the retail price? Yeah, that's debatable. Obviously, this guy's an exclusive, so if you want to pick him up at retail, it might be your only chance. I know the Thirsty for Blood one, the first exclusive that came out, it sold out fairly quickly, and now prices just keep going up on the secondary market. I don't know if we'll have the same with this guy. He's pretty close to the Wave 1 release from what I've seen. I don't have that figure in hand, so I can't make that direct comparison, but from what I can tell, other than the accessories, this guy just looks like a re-release from the guy from Wave 1. But for what he comes with, I mean, the glow-in-the-dark feature looks nice. I don't know how often somebody's even going to use something like that, but it's a good novelty, right? The accessories he comes with are all nice. The hand options are good. I do wish he came with a closed mouth that the first release came with. but I guess they kind of sacrificed that for the heat ray effect that the first one didn't have. I would love to see one of these figures come with a little more articulation in the midsection range here. A little bit of an ab crunch either forward or back would be nice, so you can simulate them poses there when Godzilla's roaring or he's taking a hit from Biollante. You know, he kind of rears back. It'd be nice to be able to get some action shots out of that, but again, I mean, I wasn't expecting anything like that. It would just be nice to have. I mean, I would definitely say if you don't have the Wave 1 figure, I would go ahead and get this guy. If you're a fan of the Heisei era Godzilla designs, I mean, these are some of my favorite suit designs anyways. So I'm a little bit biased when it comes to this stuff. Now that I have this guy, I probably won't pick up the Wave 1 release. I need to go back and see if the coloration is the same. I wouldn't mind having the closed mouth head from that first release, so that may be something that I might get just to have the extra head. And I'm not sure if he comes with any kind of different hands or they're just the same, but I'll definitely check into the head sculpt there. That'd be nice to have. And I'd say for what I see here, I mean, I wouldn't mind checking out some of the other monsters they have. The Destroyer looks really nice. The Mechagodzilla looks really nice. Like I said, I'm always a huge fan of these designs. I love the old Godzilla figures that Trendmaster gave us in the 90s. They were all kind of based on this stuff. Everything looks really good. I enjoy this figure. And I'm rambling a little bit on the design here, but like I said, these are some of my favorite suit designs. I do wish we got a little more articulation in the tail. I don't know if the Burning Godzilla, which he looks like he's pretty much this same mold as well, just with the burning effects and the different paint. So I'm not expecting much different out of the tail on any of the other releases. Hopefully if they keep going with this line, they figure out a way to get a little more articulation out of that. I feel like this is probably one of the most important spots where you could use articulation like that, especially for these figures and getting them in some kind of dynamic poses. The tail really carries weight even though it's not front and center. I wish we could get a little bit more articulation in the neck here. I feel like that looking down is critical there for getting some good poses out of this guy. So articulation, you know, it's not great, not terrible, kind of middle of the road. Paint looks good. The teeth paint looks good. Eyes could use a little bit of work, but they're not terrible. So all in all, since it's an exclusive version, I'd say if you love this design, I would say go ahead and pick it up before it sells out. I imagine the secondary market on these things are going to go crazy, just like they typically do anything exclusive. But if you already have the first version, I don't know if the glow in the dark or the heat ray effect is worth double dipping on this. And that's really all there is to say on this guy. I'm excited to maybe take a look at some of the other releases here, so stay tuned for that. Also got some more Godzilla content coming on my channel here in the future, so if you want to see that or check out any of my other videos, please make sure you subscribe, like this video if you liked it, share it with your friends if you think they'll like it, and drop me a comment below. Let me know if you enjoy content like this, if there's some other lines maybe you want to see. I got a release schedule set up here. We're going to start uploading every Wednesday and Saturday. I got a lot of exciting content to bring to you guys, everything from more kaiju stuff, Transformers, maybe some G.I. Joe, and some other random figures there. So make sure you come back for all of that. Make sure you check us out on Instagram as well. We also have a Facebook page now. All those links will be in the description. I'll also drop a link in the description for the Big Bad Toy Store where you can find this figure. And until next time, guys, for the love of toys, we'll see you.